Everybody, so in this video I'll be showing you how you can use Lightroom to retouch the image you have to use for your designs and make them look better. So first of all, open Lightroom. Then this is how it looks like. So you can either use the original version or the cracked version for this. So I'm using the original Lightroom from Google Play here. So after downloading Lightroom from Google Play, you will have to create an Adobe account before you'll be able to use Lightroom. So the picture we'll be working on is this one over here. So I will just do a basic color correction and show you how I actually retouched it for this specific design I did here. Alright, so first of all, after selecting the image you want to work on, you'll see this menu at the bottom: actions, preset, crop and edit. So go click on this edit option, then you'll come to this light section. So what are we doing in this light section? I will increase, I'll leave the white to 0. I'll increase the blacks and the shadows. So what I normally do, this the same value I use for shadows, that is the same values I'll give for my black also. So I'm trying to balance it. Alright, I don't know. Okay, so the next thing I'll do, let's say reduce highlights, because some parts of the face are shiny. Okay, I think this is okay for the light aspects. Alright, if you want to go extra, you can come to this curve section and use this curve. So this bottom part is the, I think is highlights or so. Why this is, I don't know, I've forgotten the way they grouped it. So let's just say you just have to make a slight S, you understand, then you're good to go. So I'll come to this color section, then reduce the vibrance a little. You can decide to increase it depending on the image you're working on. So I reduce the vibrance a little, then I'll come to mix. So for the design I did, I don't want this blue sweater, this blue hoodie to be visible that much, so I'll be removing this, reducing the saturation of the blue color totally. So how did I do that? I came in the color section of the edit, I click on this mix here, then I went to this blue, tapped on this blue color, then I just reduce the saturation down, all the way down. Same thing with the luminance, you understand. So what I just did, I basically change the color from blue to something like black or gray. So the next thing I'll do, I'll come to effects and give it texture. Maybe give it a texture of like 50 or so. Alright, so I might add clarity. Let's say I'll add clarity of, let's say 18. Alright, so I might dehaze, I might not dehaze, I don't know. Let me just see how this looks. So you can just experiment with these values or with these sliders to see how it affects your image, you understand, and see what works best for you. So I'll go to details, then increase the sharpening to, let's say 8, you understand. So we're good to go. So if I long press the image, I'll see the before, Now this is the after, before, and now this is the after. As you can see, with this little correction, I was able to transform this image from this to this. You understand? So this was the similar edit I did, that I used for in this design here. So you can use what I just gave you, or anything that just works best for the picture you are working on. So this is a design I worked on for an organization, and I'll be doing basic color correction in to transform this design from the way it is now to something better. So first of all, I'll start with the light section. So I don't know, I can just, I'll increase the contrast a little. I'll increase the contrast a little. Same thing with blacks. Then add some highlights. While for the color, I might just give it a vibrance, little vibrance of like 5. Okay. Then for the orange, I might just increase the saturation for just that, the orange color, so that it pops more. Okay, let me go back to that. Let me see if I can reduce white so that the design won't be too bright. Alright, so I'll come to the effects section of the menu. I'll give it texture of, let's say, of about 10. Add some clarity. Then give it the haze of about -12. So I can decide to add vignette so that it can give something like focus in the design. Then sharpening of like 20. Alright, so this is the before, this is the after. This is the before, this is the after. It's just basically a little, just did little adjustment on this design that made it look from the way it was to the way it is now. So hopefully you can see how we use Lightroom to basically color correct or enhance this design. So you can also use Snapseed for this same purpose also, but I don't know any of them, any app that works best for you, because I actually started this color correction from Snapseed before I started using Lightroom. Alright, so I think that will be all for today. So just try downloading Lightroom and see how you can just play around with those sliders and see how it affects, how the output looks like, and how it affects your overall design.